In the opulent heart of Renaissance Italy, a pope, draped in the silken robes of God's chosen, ignited a brutal war. His target? Not land, not power, but a single, unremarkable piece of wood. This wasn't a metaphor, it was a desperate, bloody struggle for what was believed to be a fragment of the true cross, enshrined in a tiny, forgotten town. The year is 1472. Sixtus IV, born Francesco della Rovere, has ascended to the pinnacle of papal power. His reign, ambitious and often ruthless, would reshape the Italian peninsula. Meanwhile, in the humble village of San Sepolcro, a relic of immense spiritual significance was revered, a splinter of wood, enshrined in a silver cross, believed to be part of the very cross on which Christ was crucified. The people of San Sepolcro guarded it with devout zealousness, considering it their most sacred treasure. This wasn't just a deeply personal devotion. It was a matter of civic pride and spiritual protection. The relic was woven into the very fabric of their identity, a holy anchor in a tumultuous world. Word of San Sepolcro's relic, whispered through pilgrims and traders, eventually reached the ears of Pope Sixtus IV in Rome. A fervent patron of the arts and a relentless accumulator of power, Sixtus was also a man deeply invested in the spiritual authority of the papacy. He envisioned a grand display of relics in Rome, cementing the city's status as the spiritual heart of Christendom. And he wanted San Sepolcro's piece of the true cross. He sent an emissary, a trusted cardinal, to negotiate its transfer to Rome, offering a substantial sum and promises of divine favor. The villagers, however, were unyielding. Their relic, they declared, was not for sale, not for trade, not even for the Holy Father himself. Their refusal, a direct defiance of papal authority, sent a ripple of outrage through the Vatican. Sixtus, unaccustomed to such blatant disobedience, felt his authority challenged, his will thwarted. The quiet town's piety had unwittingly ignited the fuse of papal wrath, setting the stage for an unprecedented conflict where faith clashed with power. Enraged by their defiance, Sixtus IV made a decision that sent shockwaves across Italy. He declared war on San Sepolcro. Not a spiritual war, not an excommunication, but a literal, armed conflict. He dispatched a contingent of papal forces, seasoned mercenaries, and papal guards alike, marching under the Vatican banner towards the unassuming town. The irony was brutal. The spiritual leader of the Western world was deploying an army not against heretics or invaders, but against a devout Catholic community guarding a holy relic. The citizens of San Sepolcro, though vastly outnumbered and outmatched, prepared for a desperate defense. They fortified their walls, sharpened their meager weapons, and prayed fervently, believing divine intervention would protect their sacred splinter. The siege began, a stark and surreal spectacle. Cannons thundered, arrows rained, and the peaceful Renaissance landscape was marred by the clash of steel, all for a revered fragment of ancient wood. The Pope's desire to possess a relic had transcended all reason, spiraling into a bizarre, bloody testament to the era's fusion of faith, politics, and raw power. Miraculously, San Sepolcro held. The papal forces, despite their superior numbers, found themselves bogged down, facing tenacious resistance and an unexpected wave of diplomatic pressure from other Italian city-states aghast at the Pope's actions. Ultimately, a stalemate was reached, and a truce brokered. The Pope, facing mounting criticism and practical difficulties, was forced to withdraw his forces, leaving the relic precisely where it had been. This wasn't just a military withdrawal. It was a rare, humbling retreat for a pontiff of Sixtus IV's stature. The astounding part? Historians later discovered through meticulous carbon dating that the relic, the very piece of wood that sparked a papal war, was likely not from the true cross at all. It was a medieval forgery, decades, perhaps even centuries, too young to have borne the weight of Christ. The Pope had waged war, lives were lost, resources squandered, all for a pious fraud, a testament to the fervent, often credulous, belief systems of the age. The War of the Holy Splinter stands as a truly bizarre footnote in history, a microcosm of Renaissance ambition, faith, and the dangerous pursuit of relics. It reveals a world where spiritual conviction could ignite earthly conflict, where the desire for sacred objects transcended reasoned judgment. A pope, meant to guide spiritual salvation, instead launched a brutal war over a piece of wood that turned out to be a lie. It's a stark reminder that even in an age of dazzling art and profound thought, humanity's grasp for the divine could lead to truly unholy crusades. That the very foundations of belief could be built on such fragile, sometimes fabricated, ground is a truth as unsettling today as it was half a millennium ago. For more mind-blowing, hidden histories, make sure to follow for more.